Okay guys, just a quick update with Bitcoin. I got a lot to cover here. I'm gonna try to go through this pretty quick. This is gonna cover copy trading, which I'm gonna do for bitget. I'm gonna be doing live copy trading next week. I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna give you a current key support resistance levels to pay attention to. I was talking about this this previous ring. I said, look, when we cross it, we could get a dump. We did cross it, got a pivot point here. We came down, we found support, and we pushed up. So I think it's likely this ring might end up turning into a pump ring. The reason for this is because everybody seems to think the bottom is in. This is because the UK did a pivot. Now the UN is asking the Fed to pivot, and I think everybody believes the Fed is going to pivot. That's why everybody's FOMOing in, thinking the bottom's in. I think they're in for a rude awakening. I think after the next FOMC meeting, they're going to realize the Fed did not pivot. So basically, I'm just going to give you your key support resistance levels to pay attention to. This is an ideal point short around 20,350. If we get above that and hold support, I'll give you an next resistance level above, which is here. Ideal point to put in a short or long to. If we do get rejected from this point, I'm going to give you downside targets. I already entered a scalp long trade, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be scalping. And again, just to make you aware, guys, we all shorted right here, and I was in a $7,000 profit trade. I was expecting this guideline to break. It held as support. I rode it all the way up from a $7,000 profit trade to a $500 loss. So what I'm going to be doing until all of this FOMO and this volatility subsides is just scalp trade, in and out. Get my profit and get out. So that's what I'll be doing with copy trading. I'm going to show you how I do copy trading as well, or how I'll be doing copy trading, to give you an idea of how my trading works. And I'm going to show you, if we do have a major rejection, I'm going to show you how we can get timing for the next temporary bottom, the exact price and the date for that. So just real quick, guys, just to show you, so this is the long that I just entered, and I just want to show you the confluence and just show you how I trade and what I use to trade. So I like to use trend lines for support and resistance, which is basically what my charts are based off of. But I like to use fib channel lines, and I like to use support and resistance levels. So as you can see on this G1 chart, this right here was support, 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 support. So you know that previous support will flip as resistance, and this target up here is in confluence. 20,400 is a confluence with this orange ring that we've got rejected every time we hit it as resistance, and we got support right here. It was support, we pushed up, we broke it, it's been resistance ever since. That's what I'm saying. That is a likely point to short. And again, if we get above this point, then it's time to flip bullish for some more upside, which I think is very possible. And we'll cover all of that in detail. But again, I entered along here. I'm going to show you basically just a quick, show you how I did my long. But basically, you can see right here, while this is going to be resistance, this was support. So we have a trend line we're respecting as support, right? Support, support. Now, while that should be enough to enter long, that would not be enough for me. What I need to have is not only a trend line we're respecting as support, but I want to have a fib channel line we're also respecting as support. So that gives me double confluence to enter a long, which I did right here, posted that in Discord and in Twitter, and we are pushing up from that point. That is this trade right here. You can see I used $4,000 right here. You can see my margin is 3,867. I actually put in 4,000. I entered right here at it was 19,932, right? With my stop loss down here around we see my stop loss is here at 19,833. But I entered here because of this chart, because we were at support, a trend line of support and a fib channel line of support. That's why I entered my long. My take profit is this point up here. So again, basically all you do is you just put in the amount, you know, $4,000. You put in your take profit. My take profit is 20,300. My stop loss is 19,333. So if we come down to this point, I get stopped out and then, you know, wait for the next trade. But again, this is how I will be scalping, you know, swing trading when I go live next week with my copy trading. By the way, if you want to sign up to use bitget, my link is pinned down in the first comment description. And if you do sign up to the charts, guys, of course, I'm going to be making posts in Discord and Twitter sharing my trade setups, and I'll let everybody know when I'm live copy trading, so you can search for me, find me, and get a slot to copy trade me. But I just want to show you real quick another way. This is how professional traders trade. This is how I trade, but I add another line, another layer of protection. when trading by having fib channel lines. So just for instance, if price, I had this rewound back, but just to show you, you can see this was support, 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 right? So we know this is a trend line price is respecting. So what you can do is take this trend line and you can move it up to the highest point right here, right, where this wick is. So you know if price pushes up, whenever you make contact, this is a likely point to short. And that could be enough, but if you have a fib channel line here, that's more confluence to potentially short or potentially long. So if I hit play, you can see what happens. You already have your support level. That gives you your resistance level. That's how you can find these points to short way in advance. Once you have your support level, now you copy that trend line, put it above, now you have your resistance level. So I use this method on top of having these fib channel lines, and that gives me further confluence or confirmation to enter my trade. Now I will be taking a break from doing videos. I told everybody in Discord and Twitter, I'm going to be updating all the Bitcoin charts and updating all the altcoin charts. We have a lot of options to trade, so I'll be working on that, but I will keep you guys updated on Twitter and Discord for trade setups. Let's see here, guys. Let me get through this. And remember, if you do want to access charts in Discord, Twitter, remember the links pinned on the first comment description. $49 a month gives you access to Bitcoin charts, Discord, and Twitter. Okay, so let me cover this, guys. I just want to show you how this chart potentially can tell us when the next temporary bottom is. Now, look, if I think we have some upside again until this, until this FOMC meeting, the next FOMC meeting, I think people think the bottom is in, so we could have some upside. But if we do get rejected, guys, and we start having a major drop, I just want to show you how this chart actually could have given us the timing when we tested 20K, and how I think it gives us the timing for when we test potentially 12,000. Let me just show you real quick, guys. So I've covered this chart before. Just want to show you that every time we bottom, and price has been respecting this chart very well. But notice this line right here, it was support, support, support. We bottomed on that same line. The same thing happened in every bear market. Notice all these lines are parallel to each other, right? Every single line is parallel. So I think when we do bottom, the actual bottom will be this point. Whenever we make contact with this red line, that's where I'm going to hodl. But I'm going to show you this white line right here. This white line, I think, is going to give us the timing for the next temporary bottom, which I think is around 12,500. This will make sense. I had this rewound back. So when you can actually trade horizontal, if right here, this right here was previously resistance, right? This is when we tested 20,000 on 2018. So regardless, when we come down, when you hit this price, again, previous resistance will flip as support. But the timing for that, well, since price is respecting this fib channel line so well, this actually gave us timing for when we make contact with 20K. Now I had this rewound back, but that would put this, with hindsight, it's rewound back. But that would tell us that we'd make contact around 20,000 on around July 4th, July 6th. So if I hit play, you can see what happens. Let me play here real quick. It goes kind of slow. Remember, I told you guys once you break the ring, you go down to the next ring. But I'm just going to show you how this can give us timing for the next temporary bottom if we start dropping. And you can see we made contact with that line. Let me move that jewel on there. So you can see we made contact with this support level right here. This previous resistance, right, flipped as support. So this line right here gave us the timing when we make contact. So I think the same thing is going to play out if we get a major drop. I'm just going to show you why it's likely that the timing for that next support level. So if we look for our next major support, right? Well, we can see that there's a lot of support and resistance here. You've got support, resistance, 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 resistance. So we know this is our next major support level. This is around $12,400. Well, it just so happens we make contact with this line and this support level, and that is right around the middle of November. Remember, guys, earnings reports comes out soon. The election's going to be over. I have a feeling that oil prices are going to be going up. I don't think inflation is really under control yet. So I'm just saying a lot of stuff's going to come out soon. While we could have some upside, I'm just telling you, if things get bad and we start dropping, it looks like our next temporary bottom will be around the middle of November. And I'm just telling you, this line right here would have nailed when we hit 20K, right? To hit our previous all-time high in 2017. I'm telling you, this same line will give us potentially our next temporary bottom. All right, this was our last high. This was in 2019 around 14K. So I think it's likely we'll hit 12,400, 12,500 the middle of November. But remember, guys, at any point this breaks, I still believe that this line right here will be the bottom. So again, and I can give you one more target just to show you what I'm talking about. We know that this right here was a lot of, it was resistance, support, resistance. We dropped from this point. It was support here, support. So we know that this is a very, very key support level. So this would give you timing. Like I said, once we break this line, I do believe this red line right here would be the bottom. So that means potentially we could bottom, absolute bottom would be around 6,500, and that would be around the 22nd of January 2023. So I'm just showing you how you can use these charts to give you timing to find these potential downside targets and upside targets. But just real quick, guys, so if we do get above, I'm paying attention to this point, if we push up 20,300, I will short that down to 18,755, take my profit. Because who knows what's going to happen. If we break 18,755, your next support level to watch is right here around 17,700. But until, because of all this volatility, guys, and since I'm going to be doing copy trading, what I want to do is make money, not hold a long or a short hoping it's going to go higher, and then it comes back down or pushes back up and you lose all that profit you could have taken. But if we do get above 20,300, your next resistance, guys, there's so much confluence here. You've got this support level right here. I mean, you can clearly see this was support. We broke it and dropped, came up, tested as resistance. You have a ring here. We have the 200-week moving average. You have that's previous support and resistance level right here. So you have so much confluence. If we push up, a likely point to put in a short or long to is 23,050. That is how I'll play it. If we get above 20,334, I'll be longing up to this point and shorting this point. If we get rejected, I will long 18,755. And the Dow Jones, guys, and this is what I'm talking about, and I'm going to be updating all the Bitcoin charts and all the altcoin charts, so I'll be taking a break from doing videos until I get that done. I will keep you guys updated in Discord and Twitter with long and short scalp trades. But notice we got rejected here. This is to the dollar on the Dow. If we get rejected, right, at this point, your next support is 29,214. If we get rejected, the market start coming down, Bitcoin's going to come down as well. But if we get above on the Dow, and typically the indices move together, if we hold support on this point and push up to 31,265 for the Dow, then it's likely that's when this target right here of 23,047 will come into play. And obviously, if we get rejected and come down, then that's probably where this 18,755, depending when you make contact, will come into play. And let's see how this trade is doing, guys. So currently, we are holding right now. We're pushing up. I'm currently $137 in profit. Now, just to show you a safe way to play this, you can get stopped out, but since we did push up from this point, I have my stop all the way down here. And just to give you an example, I used $4,000 at 40x. So if I go in, if I click on open orders and I edit my stop loss, right? Well, I can put in my stop loss and find out how much I'd lose. So if I put my stop loss at where it's currently at, which is $19,800, that means I'll lose $1,026. So if I stay in with my stop right here, that's how much I can lose. Well, price has pushed up. If it pushed up more, I would put my stop just above my entry. Can't do that now because it's too close. But let's say I want to put my stop at 19,910. Well, if I do that, right, 19,910, that means if I come down and get stopped out, I only lose $172. So I'm saying once you enter a good trade, you set your stop loss above, closer to your entry. So if you get stopped out, you lose less. But be careful, if you set it too close too soon, you can get stopped out, then it pushes right back up. And you're going to be really pissed off. So again, I'm just showing you how I'm going to be trading, how I do copy trading, how I use trend lines, and in combination with fib channel lines to find the best entry. So this was a good entry. We'll see how it plays out. But again, my next short is going to be 20,300 or take profit, both basically. And this is my long entry, and we'll see how that plays out. But again, guys, if you do want to sign up to bitget so you can copy trade me, my link's pinned down first comment description. And if you want to get access to the charts and get first dibs on copy trading me, make sure you sign up to the website. The link's pinned first comment description. But guys, that's pretty much it. The Dow's currently up 614 points. Pay attention, guys. Follow the indices. The indices up, Bitcoin up. Indices down, Bitcoin down. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.